Hello, in this video I'm going to tell you how I make money with photography. This video is sponsored by Squarespace. If you need a website, a domain name or an online store, then make your next move with Squarespace. So when Squarespace got in touch recently and asked me if I would make a video about their platform, about their website builder, I thought, yes, that is something I can do, but I wanted to provide maximum value to you at the same time, and thankfully the good people over at Squarespace wanted the same thing. So I thought what I would do is answer a question that I get asked an awful lot, and that is how I make money with photography. Now, when you're sort of first putting yourself out there, you want to get a name for yourself, you want people to see your work, and social media is brilliant for that. But it's going to be really important if you want to make a bit of money from photography to have your own website. It's just the way it is. It's an expectation of a photographer particularly. I think it's important because social media and all those different platforms like YouTube and Instagram, they're controlled by other people. My website with Squarespace is controlled by me. It's my home on the internet, and it just provides that bit of context about who I am, and it allows me to tell my story in my way. When you start thinking about attracting customers to buy your work, having a website just builds that level of trust where they can go and see you, they can read about you, and find just a little bit more information about you. And a lot of people are going to want to do that. I certainly do as a consumer. I want to know more about the people I'm buying things from. And it's no different when you're selling things or making money from your photography. Now, you might be thinking, how do I even start going about making a website? And I've grappled with this over the years. I've done HTML, I've learned HTML, and then built a website, and then I've forgotten it and I couldn't maintain it. I learned it again, and it was just a bit of a nightmare. I've then used different website builders over the years, some free ones, some paid ones, and I've just never found the right platform. Until that is, I became a Squarespace customer. Now, Squarespace are sponsoring this video. They have asked me to make this video, and they're now sponsoring the channel, but I was a Squarespace customer for a good 6 months before they came to me and asked if they could sponsor the channel. So that was part of the reason that I was happy to form a bit of a relationship with Squarespace, because I can genuinely recommend their platform as the perfect place to build a website. So I thought what I would do is describe the way I'm making money and then relate it to how I set that up on my website, because the two things are so closely integrated together. So when I was designing my website, the first thing I'm always going to think about is brand. How do I want to come across to the audience? So I wanted to have a portfolio on there, and I've created this drop-down box so you can see all those different types of photography. I feel that they all sort of interlink together nicely and sort of give a good idea of who I am. So from there, I am thinking about selling prints. That's the first way I make money from photography. And with Squarespace, it let me have the gallery of all those images, and then it also integrates a store or an e-commerce platform into your Squarespace website. It's really easy to set up. You drag blocks around within the setup, and then you just put your images in there. And that's the great thing about being a photographer, is that a website needs content. Images are important to it, and we have plenty of those. So we've always got good content to put on a website. I set up a store to sell my prints. I then print my own work with the Canon printer that I've sort of reviewed before, and that's working really well for me. Now, the second way I make money from my photography is through shooting weddings, and this was where it kind of caused me a bit of a problem in the past, because I don't feel my wedding clients are going to be that interested in my landscape photography, my wildlife, and my water drops. So when someone comes to me as a wedding client, I want them to see me as a wedding photographer, because a lot of people don't sort of understand what we understand. It's that you can be a landscape photographer and a wedding photographer at the same time and be skilled at both. They want to just see that you are a wedding photographer. And thankfully, Squarespace has an option which I am using to let you do that. And that is in the form of cover pages. These are single page websites that will sit nicely within your domain and allow me to sort of set up almost a little bit like this, where it is almost like a separate website, and it doesn't sort of naturally link to my landscape stuff in the main homepage of the website. So that's now firstmanphotography.com/weddings. It takes you to that beautiful cover page, and it just feels like a separate website. And that's one of the things I really liked about the Squarespace platform. Now, the third way I make money with photography at the moment is through my workshops that I've just launched. For this, again, I've set up another cover page. This time, it's just somewhere to send people when I'm talking about the landscape photography, the workshops. So you're presented with a cover page, it gives you that bit of information, and then it naturally links back into the main site, and you can still access the workshop information from the main site, because obviously that's very much part of the brand of sort of being a landscape photographer, and that's working really well. So the fourth way I'm making money at the moment is through YouTube, quite obviously. I'm gonna have to show a little bit of dedication today. It's well known that you can make money through the advertising on YouTube, and I wanted to maintain a presence on my website for my videos as well, and Squarespace lets me do that. And you can run a really nice blog or vlog or a combination of both, like I do, on a Squarespace website. So if you look at my website, go to the video section, and then you can customize these pages in pretty much any way you wish. There's templates as well to make it easy, or you can create your own. And I've created this page here, and I've sort of separated it into 3 categories. So I've got the landscape photography vlogs, tutorials, and reviews to make it easy to navigate, to find the videos that you want to find when you come to my website, rather than going through YouTube or Facebook or some other platform where I have the videos stored. One really nice thing that I didn't actually know when I signed up for Squarespace is that you can also host a podcast on there, and that's how I'm hosting my podcast at the moment. I've done 4, 5, or 6 podcasts now, so I just upload my podcast to Squarespace into the RSS feed, and then it just gets pushed out into all the different podcast providers, like including iTunes. And there's easy options within Squarespace to put all the details in for iTunes, and it's just a really nice way of very simply hosting a podcast. Now, for all of these things, Squarespace also has built-in analytics. You can still use Google Analytics, but I'm actually finding that the Squarespace analytics are absolutely perfect for me. You can see when people have put things into a shopping cart, you can see how many visitors you've got, you can see how many subscribers you've got to your podcast. It's a really nice suite of analytics that you can then use to sort of move your website and your business forward. So that's kind of the 4 ways I'm currently making money from my photography, and the Squarespace platform is just absolutely perfect for it. It is perfectly mobile friendly, absolutely vital in this day and age, because such a large number of people are browsing on phones and iPads and tablets and things like that. It dynamically changes the content to suit the device that it's on, and it's just not something you need to worry about. I built my website in just a few hours. You can make a simple website much quicker than that. The customer support is brilliant. Although it's straightforward, you might run into the odd problem. There's a massive sort of help and support system already there for you to read. And then if you can get into the live chat, you can phone them. And I've tested that recently, and they solved my problem really well. And they were very polite, kind, all that sort of thing that you expect from a good company like this. It's all done online as well, which just makes it even easier. You don't need to install any software, and it just makes it really easy to get going without the need for any kind of technical knowledge, which just makes it so easy and an enjoyable experience to do. And when you see the final website and you put it up there and people start to visit it, it just looks really professional. People are going to take you seriously, and it's going to increase your chances of getting those jobs and landing those things that are going to make you money from your photography. So if you want to take the next step in your photography journey, you can do that with Squarespace. Just go to squarespace.com/firstman and you can start a free trial today. And if you like what you see and it's working for you, then you can get 10% off your first purchase by using the offer code FIRSTMAN. So I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any questions about how I make my money from photography and how you can make money from photography, please put it down in the comments below and I'll try and integrate them into another video in the future. Also, if you haven't done so yet, please do subscribe to the channel and I will see you on another video very soon when I'll be back out and about. I'm Adam, this is First Man Photography in the studio.